This short rib ragu is so tender it literally falls off the bone. It has so much depth and body, and it is the ultimate comfort food. Although this short rib ragu utilizes a very simple cooking technique called braising, it yields maximum flavor. Hi y'all, welcome to Cozymeal Studios, where the vibes are immaculate and the food is delicious. My name is Yanni, and today we're making, you guessed it, a short rib ragu. Before we begin, do me a little flavor and hit that like button, hit subscribe, and of course, tap on our little notification bell. Let's get into it, y'all. Preheat the oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Pat the short ribs dry thoroughly with a paper towel. Season both sides of the short ribs generously with salt and pepper. Pat drying them makes sure we maximize the caramelization and therefore maximize the flavor. In a large, heavy bottom pan over medium-high heat, heat the olive oil until it is extremely hot. It'll almost look like it's shimmering in the pan. Sear the short ribs on one side until a brown crust forms. It might be about 4 minutes. Flip and sear the second side until that is caramelized too. Transfer the short ribs to a baking dish. In the same heavy bottom pan, add the diced onion, carrot, and celery into the hot oil. Saute until all the vegetables are softened and the onions start looking translucent. Add the sugar, rosemary, thyme, and the bay leaf. We are blooming the spices. They will begin to smell so bright and fragrant. Deglaze the pan with a little bit of the wine. This should release the crispy, brown, delicious bits called fond at the bottom of the pan. Cook for about 2 minutes until the mixture is slightly reduced. Add half a cup of water. Stir in the tomato puree and bring this all to a boil. Spoon this mixture over the reserved short ribs that we set aside in the roasting pan. Cover this with aluminum foil. We're gonna bake it until it is fork tender. This might take about 2.5 hours or so. When you pierce the meat with a fork, it should slip right through. If it needs more time, put it back in the oven, let it do its thing. Remove the meat from the braising liquid and shred it with 2 forks. Add the remaining sauce from the dish to a blender and puree it until it is smooth. Mix the puree back in with the shredded beef and spoon it over some al dente pasta. How gorgeous does this smell? How delicious does it look? The cool thing about this short rib ragu is that it stores really easily. Use what you want, and then you can freeze the rest of it for another day when you don't feel like cooking so much. I mean, that is it. It's like minimal over the pot cooking time. So simple and incredibly flavorful. If you want the full recipe, of course, you can head to the description box below, or I'd recommend going to cozymeal.com/recipes for not only this recipe, but a whole lot of others. Y'all, if you have not already, please make sure to hit that like button and hit subscribe. It shows us that you love us. As always, my name is Yanni, and thank you for watching Cozymeal Studios. Mwah! Bye-bye!